All right, what's going on, guys? So we got the Maverick all loaded up here. We're gonna be heading up to North Carolina for a couple days, visit some family, and then on the way back down, we're gonna take the mountain route down into northern Georgia, where we're gonna do some camping for a night or two using the rooftop tent for the very first time. So we're gonna split this up into a multi-part series. We're gonna do a little bit of road trip vlogging. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna see some pretty cool stuff on the way, but the main goal of this particular video isn't necessarily gonna be the adventure. It's actually gonna be some technical specs for fuel mileage numbers and how they decrease drastically when putting on a set of off-road tires, and then also having the bed rack and the rooftop tent creating that drag. And then also we have a ton of extra weight just from all the camping gear. So we got little man Casey right here banging on the window. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? This is my son Casey. That's my wife, Michelle. We did this trip a few months ago when the Maverick was completely bone stock, stock tires, no bed rack, very little weight in the bed, and we did about 28 miles a gallon the entire way there to Charlotte. So this time, we've got a bunch of extra weight full of camping gear. We've got the rack, we've got the tent creating some drag, and then we also have the upgraded Pirelli Scorpion All-Terrain Plus tires, which are probably gonna decrease it a little bit. So we're gonna do the exact same trip, 75 miles an hour on cruise control the whole way. Exact same thing we did last time, and we're gonna compare the numbers at the end of the episode. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and hop in the truck, and we're gonna go on through to Alabama and continue on up towards Charlotte, North Carolina, and let's see what we see along the way. Should be fun. Buddy, are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? Why are you making angry faces? Is it because we put you back in your seat? Yeah, now you're happy. Love you, buddy. Here, why don't you play with this? Yeah, there you go. And he's screaming again.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this truck moving. Onwards to Alabama. We are officially in sweet home Alabama. So this is only our second major road trip with having Casey. He was only 4 weeks. Yeah, like 4 weeks old when we did it the first time. We've got the baby music playing, which we're probably gonna be listening to most of the way. Hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright me for it. Fruitin', Alabama. I think we got a train coming. Those like really cool like old southern towns that like the train tracks run down the middle of the road and stuff too. I've always thought this was like a really neat little town.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Come on, one more car. One more car. Bro, don't do it. No! What is this? What is this? Really? I can't get out of here? What on earth? What is this sorcery? I take it back. This isn't a cool town. This town sucks.
We're gonna get us some pretend bubble gum. Okay. So
What
get us some pretend bubble
is
gum.
this?
That's Rachel.
We're gonna get us.
Yeah, like it's straight up is just stopped across the intersection. I
Okay, but this log truck though.
Are we-
Get me away from this thing.
mean, this is why I don't come to Alabama right here, amongst the many reasons. Oh. Hey, bud. Yeah. You look like Dad when he just wakes up. So we've done about our first, probably like 180 miles into the trip so far. Not too bad, honestly. The truck's doing better than I expected in terms of fuel economy. We're doing about 24.9 miles per gallon right now. Honestly, I was expecting to see like 22, maybe 23, but almost 25 is pretty good. That's really only like a 3 to 4 mile per gallon decrease from where we were at without all the accessories and the tire upgrade from the last trip. I think we got like probably about 6 hours left from where we're at right now, so we're making good progress. Hi. It's currently currently 95 degrees.
You gonna drive us the rest of the way? All right, you drive safe now, okay?
So we're gonna get moving. We're coming up on Auburn, Alabama, and then shortly after that, we'll be crossing into Georgia on our way towards Atlanta. But real quick, I'll show you guys kind of what we got going on. So she's feeding Casey right now. But so we've got all of our like clothes and Casey stuff. I've got the camp stove is kind of hidden down there. And then I've got my fly rods up here. I kind of did like a makeshift little fly rod carrier out of paracord rather than spending like 20-30 bucks on the ones that they sell on Amazon. And then we hop outside here. We've got the Xtrusion Overland XTR1 bed rack on the truck. We got this installed actually yesterday, and then we got the Yakima Skyrise HD3 tent on top of that. And then in the bed, because eventually I'm gonna have like pull-out drawer storage in here that's just gonna have like all the kitchen stuff, but right now that's kind of just like an open project that has not happened yet. So I've got everything kind of organized into totes. So I've got 3 totes back here, one of which is cooking, kitchen stuff. One is like camping and fishing stuff, like my waders, my boots, and then just like miscellaneous camp stuff. And then the third one is firewood. So I opted to put the firewood into a tote just so it's like kind of like in a dry storage situation. And then I tarped the whole thing over, bungeed it down, that way if we encounter any rain, all that stuff stays dry. And then we've got obviously the upgraded Scorpion AT Plus tires. So they're a little bit more aggressive than the stock ATRs, so we're gonna lose some fuel economy there. But so far only like 3 to 4 miles per gallon, so it's really not that bad, to be honest with you. So first fill up of the trip, we started with just over 3/4 of a tank. So we made it 267.5 miles. We had about 50 miles left when I filled up. So far we're averaging 23.8 miles per gallon. We've been driving for about 5 hours. We're coming up on Atlanta right now. We've got another like 30 miles until we get into like actual Atlanta. So we're gonna keep chugging away. I think we got like 4.5 hours left or something. Look at the amount of lanes. There's literally like a 4-lane highway there, a 2-lane highway merging onto a 5-lane highway. Yeah, it's fine. Like, this is insane. This is probably like the most lanes I've ever driven on. Like, ever. There's the rush hour. Holy shit. Like, I have never seen this many cars driving on the same road in my entire life. This is nuts. There's the Olympic torch right there. That's cool. This is like without a doubt the craziest city that I've drove in. The entire left side of the highway is just at like a block right now because it's rush hour. So luckily we're going like the opposite way from everybody, I guess. There's people just like switching lanes everywhere in front of us. And this city just like keeps going and going forever. There's just like endless buildings everywhere you look. I can't imagine living here and having to do this every single day just to get to work and get home. Like, what if you have to go to the store? Like, what if you forgot milk or something and you have to go out to the store? Can you imagine the horror of that? This is nuts. So right now we're in South Carolina. We pulled off to like some like sketchy ass gas station. There's like abandoned buildings and all kind of stuff. There's like crackheads chilling over there. Across the street there's literally like 7 or 8 cops with like crime scene tape, and they're like investigating something in the woods. So I don't really know what's going on, but this is like super ghetto. So we're gonna try to get him situated and get out of here and get on our way. It's already like 8:30 at night right now. We started at about 8:30 this morning, so 8-hour, 9-hour trip has turned into about 12 hours. So traveling with a 7-month-old, that's how it goes sometimes, man. You have some big old smiles. Look at that happy boy.
Who's that baby?
Look at that happy boy right there. Look at that happy boy. Yeah. Man, I'm tired. It was a long drive. We are finally here. Oh, that was a long drive. Alrighty guys, good morning. So last night, after probably just over 12 hours of driving, we ended up making it safely to our destination here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was a rough one, man, but we did end up making it. It was a long road trip. It was still fun. I always have a good time doing long road trips, but when you have to go through you know, major metropolitan areas like Atlanta, it can get a little bit frustrating, and we were going through at rush hour on a weekday too, so that doesn't really help. But I want to finish this video off by showing you the fuel economy that we have with the Maverick, with the modifications that we have, being the XTR1 bed rack, the rooftop tent, and then of course the Pirelli Scorpion All-Terrain Plus tires, which are a little bit of an upgrade from the ATRs in terms of off-road, but they're a little bit of a downgrade, of course, in fuel economy. Pretty much anytime you add an off-road tire to a vehicle, you're going to see decreases in your fuel economy. So all those things combined, and then the extra weight that we have from all the camping gear, we did see a little bit of a decrease. So with the added drag from the tent and the rack, all the added weight, and the off-road tires, this trip we ended up with an average of 23.7 miles per gallon over a distance of 522.2 miles. That distance is from just outside of Pensacola, in the Milton area, going up Highway 87 towards Bruton. That's where I started this. So 522 miles, 23.7 miles per gallon, and a total driving time of, it looks like 10 hours and 3 minutes, which obviously isn't factoring in the time where we had the truck off at the gas station. We took several breaks getting Casey out and kind of walking him around and calming him down. So in total it ended up being about 12 hours, but about 10 hours of actual driving time over the course of about 520 miles. So 23.7 miles per gallon, definitely not bad in terms of a truck, especially when you factor in the off-road tires and you know, all the added weight of the camping gear, and then the additional drag from the tent and the rack. That's pretty good. The last time we did this trip, we had the truck completely bone stock, stock street tires, no rack, no additional weight from the camping gear, and we did about 27.8 to 28 miles per gallon. So definitely a decrease of, you know, roughly like anywhere between like 4 and 5 miles per gallon, we'll say, just kind of being, you know, liberal with the estimate. If you're going for you know, fuel economy in your Maverick, if that's the main reason that you're buying it, which if you're buying an EcoBoost with the all-wheel drive, you know, the FX4 and everything, chances are your main goal probably isn't going to be fuel economy in the first place, because that's the least fuel efficient version of the Maverick that you can possibly buy. But with that being said, even the FX4 EcoBoost with the all-wheel drive and the 4K towing package and all the additional stuff will still get you 28 to 30 miles per gallon on long road trips, completely bone stock. If you're gonna be doing the modifications and doing the overland thing and the off-road tires and all that stuff like I have to this truck, you are gonna see a drastic decrease. That is an important thing to know. However, it's not as drastic as it will be with some other vehicles, and you still get a really good balance of having a pretty fuel efficient truck with a bed, with a full-size crew cab that you can fit the family in, and also still getting the benefit of getting you know, well over 20 miles per gallon. It's well worth it to be able to have the tent and the rack and the off-road tires to give it that much more capability, so we can actually take it out and do stuff and still get fairly decent fuel economy, especially for a truck. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're not subscribed to the channel already, definitely do so. There's going to be a lot more adventure content, a lot more road trip content like this, and then also, of course, a lot more of the informational stuff like the fuel economy and just a whole bunch of different things. So go check out some of my other videos, guys. There's also going to be the second part of this road trip, which is just going to be pure adventure entertainment content after we leave North Carolina, where we're at right now. We're going to be here for a couple days. We're going to be heading over towards Asheville, up into the Appalachians. We're going to be going into eastern Tennessee, and then we're going to be heading down into northern Georgia, where we're going to be camping along the Toccoa River for a couple days. We're going to be doing some fly fishing, and then, of course, most importantly for you guys, we're going to be using the rooftop tent for the very first time. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Probably be a pretty big learning curve to get that all figured out, but I appreciate you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.